I'm Patrick Davidson. On this episode of ReCAPS, we're sharing another personal history that CAPS recorded for the Museum of Ventura County's presentation, Ventura County, the Place We Call Home. Today's storyteller is Juan Mendoza.
My name is Juan de Mendoza. I am a multi-talented artist. I was born in Mexico. I moved to Ventura in 2015. And I am just living the experience. My father moved to Ventura when I was 5 years old. So I was only, having a father over the phone. But now I know what does it mean to be in the house of my father. So that's the main reason, because I moved to Ventura. I used to work in Mexico and different things, everything related to the art, culture, education, science, and everything about that with youth, kids, students, teachers, and also elderly people. I worked in the museum of my city and also in 2 universities, as I mentioned. And well, I had to do a big change in my life just to discover a new world. So here I am.
So you're now talking about a discovery. We're here because we're going to be talking about what home means to you. So before your discovery, what was home?
Home was for me, I don't know if it is different now, but home was my land, my people, my memories, and the place where I used to go to the school, to go to church, to hang out with friends, and to create my art, especially. So home was that safe place where I could be, when I could feel protected, loved, and I could develop all my talents and to express my emotions and ideas. That was home for me. Since I was a little kid, I lived in my imagination. I was always dreaming, daydreaming, thinking in things that the people didn't care about. I was drawing my universe. I was writing songs, poems, and I was that little weird kid talking to non-existing people for the others, but they were existing for me, obviously. And I learned a lot from them, and I believe I also teach them things. So they were part of my home, not just my house, my home.
When did that starting to change or to shift?
It started to change a little bit when I discovered that I had to grow really fast. I had to be more mature than the other kids. I became an adult at an early age because I had to care on my brothers, my 2 younger brothers. I had to learn things that the adults do. Because of our economy at home was damaged because my father wasn't living with us because he moved to the U.S. And the very first years when he was an immigrant, he had no job, he had no chances to send money. So my mother was working the whole time, so she was all the times busy. So I had to learn how to survive. You know, sometimes to easy things like to cook, to make a sandwich for my brothers and myself to eat something, to eat lunch before mom was coming for to cook dinner, and I had to learn how to change the diapers of my little brother, and to make I mean everything of those. So eventually, when things they were getting better at home, I was already people that had a really a different mind, you know. So I started working at the early age. So I was teaching arts, crafts, and artistic things because it was my since a little kid I had those talents. So I was teaching people how to make pottery and working with different materials at the museum of my city. And I became a teacher. So eventually I worked for different schools, for the university, and I was a really young age and I was teaching. So I was a teacher, I was a responsible one, doing stuff that was not for a teenager like I was. So I had no party, no like like the regular kids. And then it's when I just felt like, no, I think that I need to do a change in my life because I just discovered that I was teaching a lot of kids and new generations were graduating and they were getting they were studying more advanced careers, and I was just in the same place, so I wanted to grow as well.
How so? How did your sense of home change when you had to grow up so fast?
It changed a lot because I had no chance to dream. I had no chance like to break the rules. You know, I had to be a really strict people, a really strict one. So I felt like I was inside of a cage. So it wasn't my home anymore because I was captured by all of those responsibilities and all of these social things. Because as a teacher, I couldn't go the bar, I couldn't go the club to hang out with people of my same age because the adults, they were looking at me and I wasn't able to do like fun stuff. It's probably I am a fool by thinking of those, but that was happening. So at some point, I needed to escape from inside of that cage.
So when you were in that cage and suffering, and not suffering, but going through the challenges of not feeling at home, uh, where how did you get to the place you are today?
When when I was making my own decision, um, well, I wasn't receiving the invitations from my father when I was able to come because he got his our papers and whatever. So I was able to come and visit my father, but I I wasn't really thinking and like this is a home, a place I could call this is home. Uh, but at some point, I feel a little bit more like afraid to do different things. So when I was traveling down to Mexico, I was returning to my cage. I had to wear like a tie and a suit, and I had to comb my hair. I had to use like dress shoes. So when I was visiting this city, I could go over the street with my flip flops because of the beach, obviously, but things were different. I had nobody looking at me when I went to the bar drinking a beer. So it was amazing to be uh, free.
And this was in Ventura County?
This was in Ventura because my father he lived here forever. He used to work at the oil field. So he was living in between Santa Paula, Oxnard, Ventura, Santa Paula, Oxnard, Ventura. So even though when he had to work in Long Beach because of his company was doing something over there, so he was traveling, but he always lived in this city. I mean, in this county, but in between these cities. So when I was visiting Ventura, my very first experience was in Santa Paula. So I had really good memories in Santa Paula. So once my father he brought me for the first time in my life, and he told me, "Okay, you're going to my city and blah blah." So, but he had to work the next day when he picked me from the airport. So he told me, "Okay, I had to go work. So grab these keys. So here is money, and just go to the grocery store and do whatever you want." So when he just went to work, and I was alone at home with the keys and money, so I walked out to the street, and I was thinking like, where I am, what is this place? I didn't know anything. So everything I was discovering was like a treasure, you know. I found the 99-cent store. For me, it was like Disneyland. So I was traveling in the buses. I went to the parks, and I had a really good experience. Then my other family and my other family members, my brothers and my mother, when they came to visit us, I was teaching them everything about the first of all Santa Paula. Then I learned how to travel from Santa Paula to Ventura in the bus, and then to Oxnard. So we were visiting the mall. We went to restaurants, and especially Main Street. We love Main Street in Ventura like no other ones.
So what is home to you today?
Today, home home lives inside of my thoughts, my feelings, my heart, my imagination. And now my home is everything that lives with me, like the good experience, the bad things that happen that I could go over, and especially the people that I know, the language that I just learned, because I was learning English since the beginning, and I still improving. So home has no borders, has no walls. Is this beautiful land, and but also is in the air, is in the temperature, in the taste of their food, and the voices of those people that they just gave me tips. They gave me tips, and they gave me They smile at me, those little kids. When I used to go Main Street playing my guitar because I had no friends and anyone to hang out when I first moved to this city. So for me, it was like, what should I do? So I only had my guitar and I went to Main Street to sing beautiful songs for everyone. And I was making friends. Then I became a little bit famous. I would like to say because people brought me to the to play music to the libraries, to different places, and then I am one of the residents of Ventura County.
That was so beautiful. You have no idea. I can tell you're an artist in the way that you speak. Um, okay, Juan. What are you holding in your hand? What is that?
Okay,
Why did you bring it with you?
I just brought this portrait of Pita Amor. She's a amazing poet, a Mexican poet. Um, her poems are powerful. So when I was visiting Ventura, the Ventura County, and I was thinking, is it this my new home? I was thinking on Pita Amor poems, and there is one is called "Yo soy mi casa." I am my house. I am my home. And this is the symbol of all of those things I am bringing from my origins to this land, to this place, to these people. So I always share beautiful things like this one. And I would like to read a little bit the poem. It's just an extract. It's a long poem, but these words are meaningful for me in this way. Yo soy mi casa. Casa redonda tenía, de redonda soledad. El aire que la invadía era redonda armonía de irresistible ansiedad. Las mañanas eran noches, las noches desvanecidas. Las penas muy bien logradas, las dichas muy mal vividas. Y de ese ambiente redondo, redondo por negativo, mi corazón salió herido y mi conciencia turbada. Un recuerdo mantenido, redonda, redonda nada. I am my house. Rounded house I had of rounded loneliness. The air that invaded was rounded harmony of unbreathable anxiety. The mornings were nights, the nights were dim, the sorrows wool shaped, the joys unlit. And from that rounded environment, rounded and negative, my heart got hurt and my conscience blurred. A memory is kept, rounded, rounded like nothing.